What's up, math fans? I know you've been looking for this video because this is proving triangles are congruent using angle, angle, side. And that means that you went through all the other proof videos. So here's a quick summary. You've seen a video that explains, or I'm hoping you did, or you should find one now, that explains how to prove two triangles are congruent if you only know side, side, side. Then there's another one that says, well, you can also use side, angle, side. That's enough information. These are shortcuts, because when I first taught congruence, this symbol is congruent, I said, oh, you have to know all three angles, and you have to know all three sides, and then you can say the shapes are congruent. And then I said, well, wait a minute, you don't need all 6 pieces of information. There are shorter ways. If you only have side, 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 that is enough. That locks in the sides, which means it locks in the angles. So if you only have this shortcut piece of information, you conclude they're all still congruent. Side, angle, side is also the minimum amount or enough information to say two triangles are congruent. There's angle, side, angle. And today you're learning the fourth one, which is angle, angle, side. So I know you've been eagerly anticipating, oh, how many shortcuts are there? And there's actually another one. I'm not going to put it. I'm going to let you keep searching. But it's coming very, very soon. All right? So now that you know angle, angle, side works, let me try to show you why. So you look at this diagram. I'm going to stick with the bow tie look for a minute, a little bit of twist. And I'm saying that angle B is congruent to angle D. That's a given. So I showed it in the diagram. I'm saying AB, length or leg AB, side AB right here is congruent to CD. And I showed that in the diagram, put a little dash. Can't see it, I'll put it in pink. Here, congruent to here, here, congruent to here. That's all the given information. And then obviously, I can ask you to prove something. And again, this is intro to proofs, so it's a real basic one. You can already figure out what I'm going to ask you. Let's prove that triangle ABC is congruent to CDE. And I know I did another video where I rushed through the letters and I just kind of pointed and said, look, they're corresponding, look, they're congruent. But even when you write it, you should write it so that it's corresponding. So notice my A is corresponding to my C. A is here, C is here. They're corresponding. My B is corresponding to my D. B is up here, D is down here. And of course, E is corresponding to E. That should be obvious. This is actually a trick, or not a trick, a clue. Something's missing, but this is the clue on what is missing. So let me start my proof, and you'll see what I mean. How do you start a proof? You say stuff, and you explain stuff. So say something. Tell me something. Give me a statement. And then when you say it, tell me why you said it. All right. Don't start saying random things. Start by saying what you see. I see angle B is congruent to angle D. So I'm going to say, well, that was right there in the picture as part of the problem. It was given. What else do you want to say? I want to say that AB is congruent to CD, and that is also, should be very instinctive, given. It's right there. I listed my givens, I'm done. Now I'm going to throw away the paper because it's too hard, it's too hard. It's not. What do I want to do? I want to prove the two triangles are congruent, and right now I have 4 options. Angle, angle, side, obviously is the one I'm chasing. Side, 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 angle, side, and angle, side, angle. Well, check this out. What I didn't do before, what should help you visually, is rip off this second triangle. So leave ABE the way it is. I'll do it in brown. So here is a smaller sketch of what ABE is. And I got the dash here and the angle here. Now take EDC, which is something like this. And I separated the bow tie. And then I'm going to take it and rotate it. So I want to rotate it. What I did was I brought the C to the bottom and the D to the top, and the E kind of slid over here. So this thing, I just rotated it. That's why you learn rotations and translations and reflections first. All right? So this, I just turned it around. So notice I had some information here. I had DC, which was here. now that it got rotated, it's here. And I had angle D highlighted, so now angle D is highlighted over there. All right, I hope we're mature enough to say that's D, point or angle D, and no other jokes. So now it looks perfect. They're perfectly lined up. You can almost translate it and lie it on top of the other one, and you know they're, or you hope they're congruent. So this is congruent to this, we said that. This is congruent to this, we said that. What else? I wish there was more information. I wish there was more information. What else could I do here? Well, check this out. You see this? You see those lines intersecting like that? That's a clue. You see how E matches up with E? You see how E is the same as E? This angle and this angle have to be the same. Have to. This part of E and this part of E have to be the same. Those are vertical angles. You should know that. That's got to jump out at you. So I'm going to say BEA, angle BEA, is congruent to angle, let's get the letters right, BEA is congruent to DEC, angle DEC. Why are you allowed to say that? It wasn't in the diagram, it wasn't given, but it is obvious if you look at intersecting lines that create vertical angles. So definition of vertical angles. All right, I'm almost done now. Actually, look at the picture. Here's a side. I'm going in the same direction one at a time. First I see corresponding sides congruent, then I see corresponding angles congruent, then I see corresponding angles congruent. Side, angle, angle. Oh, but you taught it as angle, angle, side. It's the same thing, it's just reversed. I could have started this way. So excuse me. I could have started this way and then go this way. Angle, then side. So side, angle, angle is the same as angle, angle, side. So I'm done. I'm ready to say, number 4, conclusion, triangle ABE is congruent to triangle CDE. CDE. Why? Because side, angle, angle, or obviously the title of the video, angle, angle, side. It's the same thing, just depends on which order you go in. All right, so if you don't break it off and you don't line it up like this and you count going this way, angle, angle, side, and if you go the opposite way, angle, angle, side. Now you have to go opposite because you never rotated. Once you rotate, then you go in the same direction, either both counterclockwise or both clockwise. So those are all your hints. Any questions? Ask now. Write it down if you have to. Something else I wanted to point out is, oh, I know. The reason angle, angle, side is acceptable is as long as you agree with me here. This angle is the same as this angle. This angle is the same as this angle. And if two angles, I know the other two angles, don't you know that the third angle, it has to be the same as the third angle? Excuse me. Because they all add up to 180 and these all add up to 180. So this just naturally has to be the same as this. Which means angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. So technically you could use angle, side, angle, and we agreed a long time ago that angle, side, angle works. So if angle, side, angle works, angle, angle, side also works. Stay tuned to find out if angle, side, side works. Spell it out, you'll have a blast. Thanks for watching, see ya.